The wrong apartment. I thought this was Hal Munson's stuff.
Hal's in the shower. Please, come on in, Margot.
No, that's okay. I just came by to tell him I was back from Cape Cod and, no actual news to report. I'll see him at the station tomorrow.
Suit yourself.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna bite on this one. What are you doing here, Barbara? I mean, hanging out with a cop. That's a little bit of a come down for you, isn't it?
Hal invited me and Paul to a hockey game and dinner.
Hal made dinner?
No, that was my contribution.
The mind boggles.
Well, you've been gone a long time, Margot. Things change.
I'll tell Mrs. Walsh you're here. She's the new cook. Can I get you anything while you're out, Mr. Reyes?
No, thank you, Matthew. I know where everything is.
Yes, sir.
Hey, go easy on that stuff. It's not gonna do you any good.
I know, but maybe it will help us sleep tonight. Meg, I want to thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Why are you looking at me like that?
Well, it's the first time we've ever been alone, and you haven't come on to me.
Oh. Well, it's probably one of the first times that I haven't tried to get over a hurt like this by losing myself in a woman's arms. Tonight, I know it would help.
All right, Rosa, we will discuss the uniforms another day. Now, I made a few notes that I'd like to go over with you. It's not that I don't love guacamole and enchiladas. Darling. Rosa, here is one of the many mouths that you're going to have to feed in this house. This is my new cook, Rosa Flores, who has abandoned Dr. Dixon for me, my son-in-law, Mr. Reyes, from Montega. Oh, mucho gusto. Darling, come on. We have lots of business to discuss.
Just let me know when you're ready, Lucinda, and I'm ready to work.
As I was saying, Rosa, unlike Dr. Dixon, I do not think that I can live with a steady diet of Tex-Mex.
You want something different?
Well, I mean, I'm perfectly willing. We'll send you, we can have lessons at the Pampered Palette.
Oh, I know how to cook already.
Well, absolutely. I know there's absolutely no question about that. I could see that in the kitchen, but it's just that I might want something else. I might want to have a poached salmon or a...
I cook Italian.
Veal piccata.
I cook French. I cook everything. But Dr. Dixon, he never asked.
You're kidding me, Rosa. You do? How wonderful. John Dixon, how... he just... Never trust a man who doesn't like to eat.
Yes. So tonight, with veal picada y una saladita con unos tomatitos y unas lechuguitas. Sí, señora.
Wonderful. Good. Thank you. Give me an hour and a half to do my business. And it'll be just me and Miss Lily and her beau. And, darling, would you like to join us for supper? Tonio.
No, thank you.
All right. Just give me an hour and a half and we're on. I like her. This is going to work. John's loss is my gain. All right, darling.
Yes. Now, look, the changes that Barbara wants are totally ridiculous, and I wasn't going to go ahead with them until I could consult with you first.
Shh, take it easy. I don't want to talk about Barbara first. I want to talk about you.
And I don't like being accused of something I haven't done.
No, you are not being accused of anything.
I want to talk to you because I'm concerned about you. I want to warn you about Tonio.
What's wrong with a couple of phone calls?
Talking to the guy on the phone can be dangerous,
wait,
Meg.
Please. Please, just let me talk to her alone, okay?
Oh, great.
All right?
All right, make some coffee.
All right, it was more than just a couple of phone calls, wasn't it?
All right, maybe I saw him a couple of times at the hospital.
You want to tell me the truth, Meg?
Why should I tell you the truth? You've already got me out to be some sort of tramp. Why should I argue with you?
Fine, I am worried about you because I love you.
Ah.
Okay, fine. All right. If you feel that you can't talk to me about it, then you talk to Mama about it.
I don't want Mama to know anything about this.
You are having an affair with him, aren't you, Meg?
I've got nothing to hide.
Oh, boy, you have plenty to hide, you know. You have plenty to hide. Because first it starts out as like a little simple flirtation, and then before it, you're in an affair, and you're in big trouble. And, you know, this Tonio Reyes isn't some guy like Dusty or something who's inexperienced and doesn't know what he's doing. From what I have heard, he is manipulative, he is selfish, Meg, and he is married,
And you've heard all of that from Craig. He's not Ted Channing. Iva, I am not you.
Fine. fun. You think you can handle this, Meg? You think you can control every situation that you're in? Well, you're not going to talk to me about it, but I'm going to tell Mama, and she is going to stop it.
No, you're not. You're not going to say anything to Mama, or I'm going to tell Craig about Josh, huh? Oh, God, you're so big on the truth, and yet you haven't told Craig who fathered your child 13 years ago. I think he ought to know that information. You're the biggest hypocrite of all.
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by Cascade. Both regular and lemon scent Cascade leave your dishes virtually spotless. And by Bold 3, for clothes that feel as good as they look.
Now, Meg, you wait. You listen to me. Listen to me. You don't understand.
I understand.
You don't understand what is going on here, Meg.
I understand that Craig hates Tonio because he took Sierra away from him. And you're so in love with him, you're going to believe anything he has to tell you.
My God, you're even standing up for this guy. You don't even know how involved you are.
God, I simply sympathize with the man. My God, he's just found out that his pregnant wife is going to divorce him.
Sierra's gonna get a divorce.
Oh, my God. Craig can tell you? Well, I can see why he didn't, since it was his pushing that made her do it.
Fine. Fine, you just forget about... Please, Meg, don't take this any further. You're gonna end up in real big trouble. You're gonna hurt Mama even more than she's hurting right now.
I am not the only one that has broken Mama's heart. And what about you? I'm not the one who got pregnant and deserted the whole family at 13. And whatever happened to that baby? What happened to Mama's first grandchild?
Okay, fine. I'll tell you what happened, Meg. You know, maybe this time, maybe you'll listen to me, and maybe you can avoid some of this pain. Fine, I'll tell you. Fine. I had the baby. I gave it up for adoption. It was the hardest thing I ever had to do. Something I'm going to have to live with for the rest of my life.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you? Lila told me Stu Ferguson sent me a letter from New Mexico. Sent it here?
Yeah, sure. It's probably over here.
What's up, man?
Nothing.
Things are over with Sierra. Of course I'm preoccupied, but it's not going to affect my work.
Yes, they are very probably over with her. Do you think it was worth it, the affair with Barbara? Do you think that was, looking back, was it worth it?
No, it was a mistake.
Yes, but it's a mistake you are continually repeating. Don't think I don't know. I know perfectly well that you're having girls at the executive. In your room there, dear. Now, if Sierra were to find out about that, Barbara, the affair with Barbara would be like the tip of the iceberg. She would stop you from seeing your own child.
What do you want from me? You want me to live like a monk? Sierra hasn't been a wife to me since the early days of our marriage.
You have a choice, darling, it seems to me. Clean up your act, or else you're going to risk losing not just Sierra, but you're going to lose your own kid.
No. No, I have rights as the father of that child.
Oh, I see. You mean even though you've made a wreck of my daughter's life? You know, you're lucky. You ought to be grateful that she doesn't want to make an issue of the affair and the divorce. Because if there was something really nasty, I mean, what choice would I have? What choice would I have except to replace you?
What?
Darling, It wouldn't be personal, believe me. I mean, morality, I don't care about that. It would be a pragmatic decision because Walsh Enterprises cannot afford another embarrassment, all right? So let's just clean up our act and don't push me, all right? Promise? You understand?
Oh, yes. I understand.
I'm glad you do. Now, let's get on to Barbara's desires and demands. They seem very clear to me.
No.
Let's see what's going in here. Oh, goodness, it looks
Hi,
like
dear.
business here.
Oh, I have some good news.
Good news. Wait, you finally merged with IBM.
No, darling. Your Rosa, Dr. Dixon's cook, is a true gourmet.
Cross me, Lucinda, and I'll let the whole world know that Lily isn't your daughter.
Well, I'm looking forward to dinner.
Yes.
Look, why don't we take that walk down the stables? Let your mother and Tonio get back to business.
Fine by me.
All right. Now, Barbara Ryan's factory. You know, I think that's a good way to refer to the whole Barbara situation. To just keep it completely professional from here on in. Barbara Ryan's factory.
Paul, why don't you get Hal out of the shower?
No, don't do that.
Go on, okay?
Really? Sure, ma'am.
Thanks. Come on in, Margot.
Thanks. Glad to have Paul back, huh?
Yes, I am. Thanks for calling me the night that James took him.
I knew you were worried. You're lucky Paul was only gone a night. Can you imagine losing a child for 21 years like him and Bob? How come you wished Sabrina had never been found?
Who told you that?
Kim did.
Did she also tell you about your father's part in this whole mess?
No. He told me that, and I'm disgusted. So how come you blame Kim and Bob and not John?
I'm just trying to preserve my mother's memory.
Is that really what you're trying to do? Don't burn dinner on my account. Have a good time tonight.
Hi.
Paul said Margot was here to see me?
Yeah, but she decided it wasn't important enough to stick around. Dinner's all ready.
This place gets worse every time I come down here.
Oh, you can say that again. If Larry is not going to do the job that we paid him to do, maybe we should just close down the stables and board the horses somewhere else until we can find someone competent enough to do the job right. Ugh.
Be better off for the horses, that's for sure.
Dusty would go crazy. He'd be so mad if he saw Max's stall the way it is right now.
Do you do that on purpose or what?
What?
Lately, every time we're together, you mention Dusty. Ever since Sierra's, when he found us together.
Oh, yes, you and your undershirt. I can just imagine what that looked like.
So what?
I don't want to hurt him. It's no big deal, really.
Oh, so does this mean that every time we're together, you're going to worry about what it would look like if Dusty suddenly showed up?
No. Of course not. But...
Good. Look, one of these days, he's going to find somebody else. How are you going to deal with that?
Well, I've been thinking about it, really. Dusty's birthday is coming up, and I want to throw him a big birthday party.
You do that, okay?
No, stop it. Come on. No. We'll both throw him a birthday party, right? And we'll invite lots of interesting, cute girls.
So what's that going to do?
Well, then maybe he'll like one of them.
Yeah, maybe he will. It'd be about time, too. Don't mind me, I'm out of here.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I really think that you should clean this place up before you go anywhere.
I take my orders from your mama, little girl, not from you.
No, you take orders from the boss's daughter if she gives them to you.
Says who?
Says me. I worked here. I used to work here.
Yeah? Why'd she fire you?
She didn't fire me. She promoted me.
No kidding. How long that take?
Don't hold your breath, buddy, because my mother's going to come down here, see the conditions of these stalls, and you may never work again your whole entire life.
Yeah, big deal. Okay, the coast is clear.
Here it is. Lila left it in the kitchen.
Thank you.
So, Dusty, how's John doing? I heard he was in hot water.
Well, the board cleared him. He's fine.
The uses, too. It's tough not knowing your daughter was around for that many years. I met Sabrina at the hospital.
How are John and Andy?
Oh, John and Andy are getting along very well now. It's very difficult for Andy because he's trying to be nice to his mom and his dad, and it's a tough thing.
It's nice he has you to talk to as a friend.
Right. Listen, I'm going to meet all those guys. There's a hockey game tonight. We're all going to go, so I'll leave.
No, wait. Why don't you stay just for a little while? I'll make a Tex-Mex dinner.
No,
Come on, please.
I got to go meet these people.
Why don't we get some coffee or something? Okay.
Craig, good to have you back.
Thanks, man.
Okay?
Good to see you.
I'm sorry about Uncle.
That's okay, thank you.
Okay. See you.
Dusty, please, wait just a little while, okay? Please?
Meg, why are you so tight?
Craig found out about Tonio, and he and I have been giving me a really hard time, okay?
So listen to them, then.
I don't need any more flack about something I haven't done. I need a friend, okay? 10 minutes,
Meg,
please.
I have no time.
Yes.
Hi, Meg.
Hi.
Hi, Dusty.
Hello.
You are coming or going?
I'm going. I'm going to meet John and everybody for a little hockey game. And
Well, don't let me keep you.
Margot, I heard that you got a little angry with John the other day.
No, I wouldn't say angry. No. Disillusioned was more like it.
He could use your support right now. He really could.
Yeah, well, he's not going to get it. The man is responsible for a child never knowing her mother. I can never forgive that.
Well, Margot ended up being so upset that she finally had to take a sleeping pill last night.
Oh, poor thing. Honestly, Kim, I believe that Margot just has not been able to accept, well, losing her own baby and the dealing with the guilt she must feel. So she has to lash out, even at Johnny. Not that he doesn't deserve it. But I don't care if he did think that Sabrina was killed when she was just a baby, though.
Well, I'm afraid I'm having a hard time forgiving John myself. When I think back, he was so selfish.
Oh, he certainly was. And wanting to keep you married to him, no divorce, I mean, at any cost? Please.
I look at Sabrina now and I see how withdrawn she is. I tell you, it just haunts me. I keep thinking, what would have happened if only I had found her when she was a little girl?
No, come on. Now, don't do that to yourself. Just the important thing is to know that you found her now. You know, my husband's so smart. He says, think about this day and live it for all it's worth. And look forward to tomorrow, but don't look back.
Well, you know, you were right. You do have a pretty smart husband.
Yes.
You two are really happy, aren't you?
Yes, we are. I have to compete for time now, though, because he's so busy over there at the Argus, you know, on Brian's paper. I haven't told you the news. Do you know that Brian is going to marry Beatrice?
What?
Yes. Shannon was right all along.
No!
Standing,
I can't believe it.
I can't. How high?
Yes, what I just heard. What? Brian and Beatrice are getting married.
Oh, for goodness sake. But Brian was just about to marry Shannon.
Have I met these people?
Oh, darling, no, you haven't. Let me explain. You see, Brian is my stepson, and he was going to marry my husband's niece, Shannon. Well, actually, they got to the altar twice, but the first time, Shannon suddenly realized that, oh, she was still married to Duncan. So now, my son Brian, stepson Brian, is going to marry Duncan's sister.
Sorry you asked.
You know where my gray sweater is?
How about looking in the pile of clothes at the bottom of your closet?
Okay.
He's going to a hockey game with his father.
Oh, any problems between Andy and his father over this?
Well, no, actually, Andy's very protective of John.
If you don't mind, I think I'll take a bath.
Well, you certainly deserve the privilege. Sabrina did yeoman's work on the benefit this afternoon, and Ellen was so grateful.
Oh, the more involved I can be, the more I feel a part of everything.
Good. Well, Mrs. Mitchell, if you're not rushing off someplace in a fast hurry, why don't you come out and see my freesias? They're just about to bloom on the kitchen shelf.
I would.
I'm so content.
I'll tell you.
Thank you.
Earl is so busy with the newspaper. He won't miss me.
Hello, Dr. Dixon.
Oh, Sabrina.
I'll tell her Andy you're here. Mother's in the living room, please.
Thanks.
young woman.
Yes. John, I've been thinking that...
Well, wait a minute. Don't you start in raking me over the coals about Andrew again.
Oh, for crying out loud, I said everything that I had to say about that subject last night. This is about Margot. I just wondered if maybe it has occurred to you that the reason she is reacting so strongly to what you've done has to do with the fact that she just lost a child herself. We had a long talk last night.
I'll bet you did, and I bet you didn't fail to point out to her how much the two of you have in common.
John!
No, you know, I asked Andrew for some support, and that's wrong. That's forcing Andrew to choose sides. But it's perfectly all right for you to turn around, sit down, and brainwash my daughter?
Will you stop shouting? Do you want everybody in the house to hear you?
What difference does it make? I'm sure you've got everybody around here believing that I'm guilty for everything anyway.
That is not true. I am trying so hard to be fair with you.
Well, you could have fooled me.
Hey, Dad. Come on, let's go. I'm up for the game. Hey, Mom. See you later.
All right, it's a school night.
Yeah, I know.
He'll be home early. Andrew, here. Start the car up. Listen to me. Last night you accused me of using Andrew to get back at you, and all I'm saying is that probably I think you're doing the same thing with Margot. Now, if you're trying to make me feel guilty for a lack of judgment that I committed 19 years... Yes, I'm coming, all right? If you're trying to make me feel guilty for that, you're doing a damn good job of it. Hiya, ladies.
Yes, John.
Oh, darling, he's just lashing out because he feels so guilty he doesn't know...
What am I supposed to do? Let him turn this home into a battlefield just so he can make everybody make choices?
Kim, now, please, now, just remember the advice that you gave to Sabrina. You must not become overwhelmed by things. Live each day at a time.
I want to tell you, too, that Sabrina has done quite a good job for doing this for herself. She ran into Barbara at the hospital today. She made a point of telling Barbara that she hoped they'd get through the tension between them and be able to know each other.
Oh, did she? Bully for her. And what did Barbara say about this?
Well, I'm afraid she said that it wasn't quite that easy, that she seemed to be the only one who was concerned with Jennifer's memory.
And that is exactly my point. Each one of these children are being forced into taking sides in order to protect one parent or the other, and that is wrong. Children should not be put in the middle.
Yeah, personally, I don't think the blade's been the same since they lost Darren Miter. Wait, what are you doing? Come on, I'll do the dishes later. The cook shouldn't have to clean up.
Well, I didn't exactly cook.
She orders in from the Pamper Palette every so often.
Yeah?
Yeah, they got great stuffed chicken, moussaka, and curry, and it's really great.
You know, you're talking to a man who's been known to make popcorn for dinner.
Well, why don't you come over and chow down with us anytime you want?
Thanks, Paul. I'll remember that. Okay, guys, game time in half an hour. We better get a move on.
Oh, yeah. You know, the closest thing I've ever been to a hockey game is walking through the living room with the TV on when James was watching it with Paul.
Oh, no. Oh, it's much better in person. You really actually get to see the blood.
Blood?
Oh, it's a very, very physical sport, yeah.
People actually get hurt?
Well, not so much when they're playing. It's the fights that do most of the damage. You know, I hope you're going to be warm enough. It gets really cold in the sports arena.
Oh, yeah, well, that's why I brought my fur. Is it too much?
No, no, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, guys, let's go. On my coat. All right, kid, you ready to see the Hawks cream the Blades?
Dad says the Blades can't be beat.
Yeah, well, in about 2 hours, we're going to find out who's
Yeah,
right.
we will.
I may live to regret this, you know.
Hey, trust me. This is going to be an experience you will never forget.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Well, I think she can live with that. Good. Let's get this thing built. I just don't like it that the new construction division is missing deadlines.
Mom.
Yes, dear.
The stables are a mess. Huh? Larry is not doing the job that you're paying him to do. All the horses are all matted and dirty, and they're...
Is that true? Yeah, the situation's getting worse, Miss Walsh.
The pack room is a mess.
He's even talking back to Lily now. Says he
What?
takes orders from you.
That does it. I think it's time that guy had a piece of my mind. Sweetheart, tell Rosa I'll be back for dinner in 15 minutes. All right, dear.
Lucinda,
Yeah.
are you through with me?
Yes, darling. Remember what I said.
Hey, Tonio. Ms. Walsh meet Ms. Ryan's demands?
Oh, yes, she did, and I'm not going to be held responsible. This quarter's earnings are not what they should be. The demands are completely unreasonable. It's going to put us farther behind schedule, and now I'll be up all night trying to work all of that out. Not that I have anything else to do with my nights anyway.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by Spick & Span Pine, the pine with the power to clean faster and leave a fresh scent, and by Attends, bladder control protection. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Hi. Hey, how are you? How you doing? Hey, how was the operation?
Complete success.
Good.
I'm happy to report.
Great. Well, I gotta talk to Rosa for a minute. Get dinner
see you
going.
later.
And I'll
Okay.
see you. I'll be right back.
Holden, Mama sends her love, and she has to stay at Aunt Elizabeth's for a couple days to help her out.
Okay. Get out of my way. Soon, Montgomery.
Yeah, you just name the time and the place, pal, and I'll be there.
Craig.
Mr. S.
Mr. Montgomery.
Stay away from Meg.
It's not
no
worth
problem,
it,
no
right?
problem.
Goodness, Tonio's in a foul mood. My mother's probably being rough on him about something. Anyway, listen, I have great news. Rosa just said she made plenty of veal piccata, and you have to stay for dinner.
Listen, I don't think that's such a good idea, kid. We just stop by to say hello.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, all right. Well, how about some soda water or something?
Okay.
Listen, Holden, how things going with the boss lady, huh?
It's going well. She even invited me to dinner tonight.
Don't let your guard down.
Listen, I was just wondering if you have ever seen Tonio with Meg. Meg, if you're involved with a married man, you have plenty to hide. What starts out as a harmless flirtation can lead into an affair, and then you are trapped. Tonio isn't some inexperienced kid like Dusty. And from what I have heard, he is manipulative, selfish, and he is married.
I know exactly what Tonio needs. And I could get everything I want.
Well, then, let me put my cards on the table. If you and I can see one another openly without apology, then I'd be happy to help you through this time when you're dealing with Sierra. I mean, after all, you're attractive, successful, even sexy. I mean, who knows where this could lead?
Where this could lead? Are you thinking of a rose-covered cottage with me coming home to you each night at sunset?
Well, that's not exactly what I was thinking of, but obviously we're not thinking the same way. I'm going home. What a wonderful place to celebrate our engagement.
I thought you would approve. Thank you. Compliments of Craig and the house.
Ah.
I'm so proud to have everyone see you.
Holden, how come you can't be as romantic as Tonio?
Not many men can keep up with Tony on that department. Congratulations, little sister. Take good care of her.
I will. She'll have the best of everything.
Oh, and that includes you, darling. Lily, would you like to be my matron of honor?
I'd be thrilled, Meg. Thank you.
Tonio, I want to apologize. Craig and I were both very, very wrong about you.
Well, now that I'm so happy with Meg, I don't want to have any grudges in my life. So, I forgive you both.
It's very generous of you. I knew one day you'd find the right woman. You obviously have.
Yeah.
We wanted to congratulate the best-looking couple in the place. Long life, happiness.
Congratulations. Didn't know what I had until I lost her.
I propose a toast to my top executive who will take over my empire into his bride-to-be, who saw him through his darkest days and helped him fulfill himself. I know that Walsh Enterprises will be in good hands.
Here, here. I give you Tonio and Meg.
Ah.
Here.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Here. Congratulations. Cheers. Here. Tonio and Meg.
Rise and shine, the joyride's over. Ooh. Oh, my heavens, it's Goldilocks. Well, sorry, Larry. Got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to get up and get out of here. Or I call the police and have you arrested.
What for?
Causing a health hazard to my horses. This place is a wreck. Lily was absolutely right. More
Listen,
trash in here than it can take.
You can just take this job and shove it. I never liked it around here anyway. Too many extra services to
Yeah,
promote,
baby, and you
know.
don't get a reference for them. Go on, get her out. Out! Quick, hurry out! Out!
Come on. See you later.
Gotta get me a new stable hand. Whew. Incompetence all around me.
It's just no fair because, yeah, of course it's the guy that scores the goal that's going to get all the glory, but it's the guys who get the pucks out of the corners. Dig them out of the corners. They should get all the credit. How many hot dogs?
2 lots of mustard.
2 mustard. You?
Me? No.
You don't know what you're missing.
Oh, how can you possibly be after seeing all the blood out the ice?
Blood, that was a little superficial cut. No big deal. You
Great game. You want a hot dog? Yeah, give me 2 hot dogs. You know what? You need a hot dog.
Who do you think we are, anyway?
Hi.
Mona Lisa?
First hockey game?
Yeah, it shows.
Yeah, you're a little green behind the gills. How about that place?
You really like this murderous sport?
I could do without the sport and the game and everything. John's under a lot of pressure lately. I think he could use my company.
Yeah.
You gonna play
Hey, you've got a birthday coming up. You're finally coming into your trust fund.
Yeah.
Golden flavor or my...
Wish Gunnar could see you now. He'd be awfully proud.
You know, I'd give the whole thing back to have him back. I never got to know him, but...
Well, he took great pride in establishing that fund for you. He never wanted you to worry about money.
And I need 2 with mustard.
Yep.
Thanks a lot. I need 2 here. All right, these have got mustard and ketchup, so these got to be mine. So, John, you're here celebrating the fact that the hospital's not going to press any charges against you, huh? That's great.
Really too much to celebrate. No matter what, guilty or no, there are an awful lot of people in this town still think I am guilty. So.
There'll always be people.
Things are getting a lot worse between my mom and my dad. I mean, I can't figure out what to do about it. They were yelling at each other tonight.
Well, let me give you one piece of advice. Never talk to one parent about the other. Can you keep a secret?
Sure.
My dad called last night.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Tell anyone?
Are you kidding? The police is still looking for him. Besides, he said it'd be better if he didn't tell me anyway. And he's gonna be moving around a lot, so... Don't tell anyone, please.
No, you can't tell anyone. Listen, don't you tell anyone what I said. Anyway, I go away from Blades. I just do not like.
He's my favorite.
Hot dogs. You want a hot dog?
Is that enough mustard?
This is great.
Yeah?
Hey, let's go. Third period started. Let's go.
Hey, let's go. You really don't want to miss this.
No.
Hey, Barbara. You're dating a cop. It's a kind of a come down for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's funny, John. Your daughter, the cop, just mentioned the same thing a little earlier. Oh, and she also mentioned that she'll never forgive you for your part in the Kim and Bob mess. But I know she already told you that. Hey, enjoy the hot dog.
Come on, Dad. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, honey. You think Tom's going to take the news badly?
Well, Sabrina sang Christopher a lullaby and he went right back to sleep.
Oh, and it was lovely to hold a baby. He's such a wonderful boy.
I will be right back. Excuse me.
I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
Oh, now don't think that at all. I think it'd be very unwise for us to go tiptoeing around the subject of babies.
Lisa's absolutely right, honey.
Oh, maybe it's Bob. Hello?
Oh, darling, how did it go? Did he understand? He says he can't wait to meet his new sister. Oh, honey, that's fabulous. Put him on. Tommy, what do you think of our news? Oh, I know it was a big moment for us, too. We feel very, very fortunate to have found her. Oh, thanks, darling. I will. I love you, too. Wait a minute. Here's somebody who wants to talk to you. Bye-bye.
Hey, Slugger, if you come home this weekend, not only do you get to meet Sabrina, but I'm going to fill you with champagne and strawberries and sweep you off your feet and spoil you rotten. No, I understand. It's okay. I understand. Yeah. Oh, well, it's quite some story, huh? I mean, can you imagine if you had a daughter and you didn't know it and you, after all these years, you just... Look, when do the cherry blossoms blossom down there? Because I've got some time off and I'm thinking about coming down to Washington, D.C. and hanging out with my husband. Okay, good. Why don't you give Bob a hug for me, okay? And, I'll talk to you soon. Sweetheart, I'm sorry, this is really dumb.
Oh, no, it isn't at all.
Yeah.
Honey, you don't have to hide your feelings from Tom. What?
He's got enough to worry about, Kim.
I'm sorry, Margot.
Oh. Thanks.
I told you nobody's home.
Meg! Oh, I wonder where she went off to.
Oh, come on. Give her a break, will you? She said she wasn't involved with the guys. Let's just take that at face value, okay?
Well, thanks for dinner.
Sure. It's one of the perks of having your own restaurant. You get free food on top of exhaustion.
Well, you've had a long day.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I asked Lily if she knew anything about Meg and Tonio, and by her reaction, I gather that she does know something.
Yeah, well, you'll see Lily at the farm soon enough.
Well, I don't want to bring it up in front of Seth and Holden. I mean, you know, they'd take a pitchfork to Tonio.
Yeah, they would. I couldn't blame them. Be happy when Tonio's out of Sierra's life for good after this divorce.
I'd like to talk to you about something.
So talk. Come on, babe. What is it? You've never been one to weigh words. What do you want? Come on.
Well, number one, today is the first day I found out that Sierra was getting a divorce from Meg. Number two, Meg thinks that you pushed Sierra into it.
What I did do was tell Sierra that Tonio had an affair with Barbara Ryan.
Why did you wait so long to tell her?
Because I thought it was going to hurt her, and then I realized that she would get hurt more if she ever went back to Tonio.
What was her reaction?
She was grateful to me to tell her, honey. She was also pissed off at her mother and me for not telling her sooner. You know, she's got a lot of spunk, you know.
Yeah, I forgot. Forgot you like girls with spunk,
All
don't you?
right, stop it. Iva, stop it. Now, come here. Iva, Sierra and I are friends, and friends should be able to stick together, okay? When I get back from Wisconsin, I'm going to pop that question again. This time the answer better be yes.
You have a choice. Clean up your act, or risk losing everything. Not just Sierra, but your kid as well.
Stay away from Meg.
Didn't take this away.
I'm telling you, Sabrina, your mother is a living dynamo. I mean, right after she had Christopher, no sooner did she have him than she was running all over town. She was setting up lectures and speeches for Tom, organizing volunteers. And she also got Lucinda Walsh to endorse Tom as the DA. And believe me, when you meet Lady Walsh, you understand that that is no small feat.
Please, please, stop. You make it sound as if I got Tom elected.
She did, Sabrina. And don't let her modesty fool you, I'm telling you right now. I mean, not that my husband wasn't the best man for the job, but he had the best campaign manager, too.
Well, I'm impressed. I appear to have a rather illustrious family. But if Tom was elected district attorney, why is he working in Washington, D.C.?
Oh, that's only a temporary assignment. I mean, the Attorney General wanted his input on the Commission Against Organized Crime.
And you're a police person here in Oakdale.
Sure am. I love it. I really do. It's a good thing, too, because they work me very hard.
So you and Tom have what Americans call a commuter marriage.
Yeah, I guess so. You know, I shouldn't stay. I should go. I mean, much as I appreciate your kind invitation, I have monopolized the whole conversation, and this is really your time with Sabrina, you know, mother-daughter and all that stuff.
What are you talking about? For heaven's sakes, you're my daughter, too. And I love having you here.
So do I. Please, please stay.
We hate to think of you over there in that little cottage rattling around all by yourself. You stay with us. We're your family.
Those Blades are something. They have 4 seconds left on the clock and they score. I guess my dad was right, huh?
I still say the official clock was slow. You watch. Next time, the Hawks will wipe the Blades off the ice.
No way.
Okay, hotshot, make tracks. It's a school night.
Hal, why don't you come in for a minute?
No, I don't
Mom,
think so.
you don't mind, do you?
Hal?
Okay.
Stay tuned. They're two of the toughest detectives on the streets, and these ladies don't let anything get in their way. Cagney and Lacey, Monday nights at 9 on KOTV Channel 6. Children's Clothes by Good Lad of Philadelphia. Furs by Christie Brothers. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.